So I was just trying to share my screen and make sure it is working. Today we're going to be talking about good evening. Let me first of all greet you. Good evening, Mama. I believe
Good evening,
others
Papa.
I believe others will get to join us as we go along. I believe so. But if they don't even get to join us, possibly they'll go through the class and the recorded session and just get what they need to get. I want to make this as snappy as possible so that this will just be rounded up and go into something else. Well, you were talking about something earlier. You talked about your kind master not being installed. Was that from the one I sent to the group?
Okay, I did not check the group. I missed the last class, so I did not check the group. So when I had to go to Play Store to download it, so it was later when after I complained, I went back to the group to check. So I saw that you dropped the resources, so I used the link that you sent to download it again.
Okay. But it's not still working.
Yes, it's working. It's working.
Okay, okay. I thought it wasn't.
It's working now.
All right. It's just a matter of time. These things, the way they work, and it might not really seem like it now, but I know truly well that things take time, and when possibilities needed, those who need them, we get to use them. That's also what I believe. Let's just go on with this. If you can remember, I don't know, let me to my recording from here. I don't want to. I don't want easier stories. I want easier stories at all. Okay. So yeah, I already added a background to what I want us to work with. We're working with overlay. This is what we're working with today. This is what we're talking about. If you can remember the first class we had, I talked about video editing as something that is so broad that we don't just get to finish it up in one day, and it has to take us time to do these things. Can you see my screen?
I can.
You can see my screen.
No, I can't see it now.
What's happening? Let me just think what I asked. Let me check it because it should be shown. Can you see it now?
It's showing now.
Okay, okay, thank you. Please, if by any means it is not shown, because I noticed that the last video, that was the one of yesterday, I think so, the same thing happened and I didn't notice and I wasn't told. So it was just majorly of audio, which is not
Yeah,
necessary.
yes. What I was going through is this evening. It was not. I was just hearing the voices. The video was not showing.
It ended and I didn't notice. But let's go through. Now, this one won't be that way. So maybe I will just get to touch that lesson of yesterday with this one so that we are same we talk to be on the same page. Now yesterday we talked about text. That was what we talked about yesterday, the one that didn't show. And I told us how to add text. Okay, I have a background here already. I have a background here already. We know how to add background. I have background here already. If I need to expand this background, I added it. It is not fitted to my space I am using here. So I have these empty spaces here. I have this one here. I have this one here. And I need to fit my my background to that. I click on the background, I tap on it, and I drag I'll use my fingers to drag to this end and to this end. That's how it expand. So it fits to the timeline. I can work with that now. If I want to add a text, sorry, if I want to add a text, I could just say, oh, sorry, let me get back to this. It seems like I'm too fast. If I want to add a text, I would go to this button here, and I'll add my text, add a text. Tap on that, and I'll get a text. Let's say today is the 5th day of this class. Holding. Okay, so let's say I want to work with this. I want to add text. So what I'm going to do is, after I've added my text, I'm going to tap on this one here. That's to confirm that it is okay, and I have it here. The text is showing white, that's why it is not visible. So I just have to, because I already have a white background, I just have to change the color. What I'm going to do is to change the color. I'd have to go to style. Here's my style. I'll have to go to style, change the color. I have different colors here. Different colors I can work with. I have different colors I can work with here. So I'll just take any of them I want and I see is good for what I'm doing. And the text is already overlapping the screen. So I'll still do the same thing I did before. Remember I said I'm going to expand. I expanded this one. But now I'm not going to expand. I'm going to reduce. Sorry. I'm going to reduce now. Hey, no, get back here. Okay, so this was what I was talking about. I'm going to reduce this now instead of expanding. So what that means is that I'm going to tap on the text I've written. I'm going to tap on the text I've written and drag it inside, not outside anymore. If I wanted to expand it, I'm going to drag it outside the screen, like expand. For this one, I'm going to put my hands, my 2 fingers back inside. So I'm going to tap on that and I'll bring it inside. I've added a text. Now, what makes this text looks beautiful is the way I'm going to play with the text, and I can decide to increase the text to any length I want. That's by dragging, by tapping on this, by holding this head here, and drag it to wherever I want it to end and wherever I want it to start. That is what it helps me do. Wherever I want it to end or wherever I want it to start. So let's say if it's too long for me, I can decide to come down here and I will split. So when we see this split, we can see that the header appeared again. It can enable me to drag and make changes. If I don't want it to be here, wherever I want it to be sent to, it is easier to do that because I have split it. But if I haven't split it, or if I don't want to split it, maybe it was a mistake I made splitting, I'll just have to come back here and I will undo. I'll undo that. Sorry. And I'll undo that. And when I undo, it is going to join the clip again. So that is that for that. That is that for that. And we come back here again, we still have this style. Now this is where everything is forged. Now we have this style. I want to go through this thing again because yesterday's video was not showing. So just bear with me. Let's just run through this as fast as we can. I can decide to add my text, my style. This is where everything is from, any font I want to work with. Now we have different templates. These templates are those ones we see different kinds of videos. But you can still generate this. You can still work with this template to make them easier yourself. But if you don't have the time to do that, you can still work with this one and any template you choose. It is not showing here because the background we have here is white, so the text white cannot work on white, and it is hard to edit the color of templates. Templates, you don't edit the colors, so you can decide to go with a background that works with the template you want to use. You can decide to go with any of these. The background is white, that is why anything we choose here that is white is not going to show. That is just the thing, but it is applicable here. They are majorly white. Okay, let's try this one. So we see it's showing. So anyone you want, but I don't want that. I just want to go with default so that I can apply different styles I want from here, not from the template itself. From template, I want to use default style from this area. This one's here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on fonts. Okay, I go to my style again. Remember, I'll go to my style again to change the font, sorry, the color of my text. And I will go back to, since I've already taken black, I talked about last time that we have text, we have brand colors. I don't have a brand color. That is a customized one. You know how to add stroke. You can just add stroke. That's outline. You can decide any color, any width. No, let's go with one that can be visible. You can decide to change it to whichever one you want. You can decide to add glow. Let's use a black glow so you understand that. You can set to use a black glow. You can decide to use what is it called? Outline, non stroke, and you see how the glue affects it. It's not looking good. So we go back to our stroke and we say orange, and it gives it that look that makes it look very good. We can also decide to go back to this one. Okay, we've talked about glue background. Now, how does this background work? You can see in some of the text we might see some places. And this background works in two aspects. It has the one that runs just straight way, and it has also one that runs just up and down, depending on the kind of text we have. Let's say we're adding another text here. This one is done. Let's add another text here. But if I don't want to go back and type again, I can just decide to duplicate. Remember, I would move to this way. I would slide my screen over that way, and I'm going to find the duplicate. Here it is. Duplicate. You see, here it is. But if by any means it is already duplicated, so I'll just slide down and bring it down here. But if by any means I don't want to go that way, I don't want to slide my screen this way, I can just decide to let's take this one off. Okay, let's duplicate another one. And let's delete. I can also decide to tap on my text. When I tap on my text, this opens up. These buttons opens up. So what these buttons mean is this very one. Sorry. This very one here. You can use it to expand. If you don't want to use your two fingers to drag, increase or reduce the size, you can just hold this one to increase or reduce whatsoever thing you see. Use this one to edit. This one is used for, sorry, this one here is used for editing your text. If you want to make any corrections, you tap on this one and your text will be edited. This one here is used to delete. If you want to delete, I don't want to scroll. You don't want to come here. Sorry, this shouldn't go out. It's already. Let me tap again. If you don't want to come down here to delete, you can just use this one. So you can use this one. Once you tap it, you are deleting already. So I want to duplicate. I don't want to scroll this way. Let's do that. I don't want to scroll this way. all I can just do is to make use of this one here as a shortcut. And when I tap it, it duplicated my text. Let's watch again. I will undo. Now, let's put our eyes here. We'll see that once I tap on the text, the one I did here, so once I tap on this icon, it duplicates, and I have another one here under, which was not here before. If I still get to tap it, the same will be duplicating text. Now, this one can be used if you have already made a format, you've already added your stroke, you've already added anything you want to add to the text you want to use, and you don't want to go back doing it again. You can just use this one, duplicate, and everything remains the same. All you just need to do is to tap your edit and you edit. Simple. Instead of you coming back again to add your stroke, coming back again to add your glow, coming back again to add your effect, everything, all the templates you've used, you just used this easy one, you duplicate, and it's fine. So I just want us to do something, that is, I'm going to edit. Let's say today is the fifth day the class is holding. I want us to try something now. We are still on it. I believe this will be good. So drag down. You see, it maintained everything, but I want to change these. I want to change these. So if I want to change that, I will go back to my style. When I go to my style, I can add. Okay, we're talking about background. Okay, so what happened there is I'm going to take this one off. I'll take it off. But it's not going to. So let's say today is the fifth day of this class holding. So I'm going to enter, and it gives me 2 lines of text. So if I tap on my background, remember this is what we're talking about. We're talking about this background here. When I tap on the background, oh, sorry, let me change the color. You see, it gives us a different look, and this different look you can just try to edit the background from here. You can add opacity, increase opacity, that is how put it appears. You can reduce the opacity. I want to reduce the opacity. You see it's reducing. I can decide to use any color of my choice, any of them. Remember we talked about color theory, so you must work with that, a color that aligns with what you are really working with. If I increase my opacity, it increases. Now we have red corner radius. Corner radius is the sides. Now if you look at the sides, just look at this edge here. This edge, sorry, this edge, this edge, this edge. Look at them. You see that color radius makes them, changes them as suppose, like giving it that look you really want. And we have height. Height makes how tall it should be. We have width, how long it should appear. We have offset, where it should be. We have x offset. We have, like those who did mathematics in school, they know what is x and y axis, which really works fine with these things. Which means going to school, the school we went to, those days, secondary school, primary school, they were not really a waste of time. Really helping us now doing things and getting things easier. Going along, we have this one. If you don't want to use this one that is straight up, I mean this very one, you can decide to use this one depending on what you like. But I don't like things being unequal. I always go for this first one. That's me. I don't mean any other person. I just like everything simple. But if you try to go for this one, let's go back to the offset. To go for this one. Now you can see that this thing didn't really change. Reason being that the text they are equal. So let's say today is the class holding and still on. Now you can see the background changed. the background really changed. If you look at this one, they are equal here. If you look at this one, it is the same thing. But there's something I want us to check out here. Now we have talked about this background. If I don't want the background to be there, which I don't always like, you just tap default and it goes back to without anyone. There's my color. Go back. I'm fixing my color, please. It shouldn't go out. So if you don't want that, you go back. Now we want to talk about shadow. We want to talk about shadow. Now, let's say you want the shadow to appear on your text. You can add a shadow. When you see add shadow, you can decide to increase the shadow, the opacity, and the rest of them. You can decide to blur the shadow. Let me make this shadow more visible so that we can see. You can decide to blur the shadow. This is blur. You can decide not to blur it. You can decide to make it a distance. You can decide not to make it a distance. You can decide to set it on an angle. You can decide to set it on an angle. There is always a change happening there. That is that for that. We have curve. I talked about this curve yesterday. Some of the things we see, the text to scene videos, they appear this way. But if you don't use this thing well, it is going to affect the video and it looks so unprofessional. But since we're just going to, I just want to touch these things. So then when we actually start making these videos from next week, we'll put them into practice. And the videos you're going to make are only going to be simple videos, like not too deep videos, because I just love everything being simple. I don't want that, so I can just do back here. And we're still working with styles. We are done with it. Now, there's something I want us to see. We have this thing, it is stacked up. If we look at this text, today is the fifth day of this class holding, and we can see it is stacked up. So if we really want to have a space, a breathing space, like a way that people will get to read through and they are not obstructed by anything or having eye problems with our text, we come down to spacing. That is why we have spacing, and we tap on that. Spacing opens up. Now we can decide to align it to the right, to the left. We can decide to align it to the right. We can decide to center, align that. We can decide to turn that. We can decide to this. Anyone who wants, but we're working with this one rather. So what happens is you can decide to scale increase. So if you don't want to use this, you see there are many ways to do a single thing. You don't want to use this one, or you don't want to use your hand to expand. You can just decide to use this one. You can decide to come down here, but it's a long process. Coming down here to scale, it's a long process. You can decide to scale. That's increasing. And we have one here called character. Character gives you alphabet spacing, each alphabet space from the other. And we have lines. Now this is one that separates these things. But we see that our alphabet are still together. Just give them small spaces to breathe, depending on what we want. So yeah, seeing this one. And we have this one bold, italic, underline, and these things help our text look so good and so easy to understand. Like laying emphasis is very important. And we're done with that. Now coming down, we're still on this text. Coming down to this one, there's something I want us to understand. We also have a template here. We have a template here. So you can use any of these templates as you want them to appear for you. Remember, you can't edit the color of the text in a template. The template cannot be edited. That is one thing about using templates. You can't edit the color of that template. You can't edit the color of that template. But if you get to use this precept here, this one, I told us, look at the templates we have here, you can't edit these colors of this template. But if we come to styles and we use this preset here, this one's here, the colors can be adjusted. So I prefer we use these templates for just simple things like titles and anything that can be so easy to use. Where it is required, we use that and it is good. We have so many of them. But going back to styles, it tells us that we have so many things to do. We have one here called effect. Now this effect is also a template. Can that be edited? So you decide the one you want to use and how it works better for you. Anyone you want to use, it works fine for you. So far as it makes meaning to what you're doing and does not cluster anything, it's fine to use. We have animation here. This animation, how you open up your text, how it comes in. We have in animation, we have out animation, that's out through. So the way it appears, you can decide to use this one as an outro. You can decide to go back to your in animation and use this typewriter, or you can decide to use this one, any one. But don't use these things so unconsciously. They'll spoil the video. It should be used when supposed and when ought to be used. We have bubble, depending on what you're working with, you can decide to use anything that works better for you, that makes your work look good and understandable. The work we don't want to show, don't want to blow up. We also have this some presets. I didn't save any preset, any one I just want to use easily as I can. I didn't save any preset here. So that is just one of the ways to get these things easily without being stressed. And they are so simple to use, and we can just do them in a way that they suit whatever thing we are working on. As simple as that could be, as easy as that could be. Like I said before, the one for yesterday, the record wasn't showing. I noticed the record was not showing. So for us to get things so easy and without being stressed, I said that let us just run through the text today. I'll get it uploaded. If we get it uploaded, then we get to understand it better while seeing the text than part of yesterday, which wasn't really showing. It was just the audio that was light and not the visual. So I really apologize for that stuff. If we go through this one, it's better. We get it right. And going back to that, we've talked about styles, and we talked. Okay, now we are here. We have this text to speech. I'll come back here. We have this text to speech. Now, for those of us who will be sorry, come back here, please. For those of us who will be working on faceless videos, we really need to other aspect of video editing really needs this text to speech, but more for those who be working on faceless videos. Like myself, the kind of videos I make for myself, I don't use text to speech. I use voiceover, which is my own voice. That is what I do. Anything I can decide to speak to the camera, I can decide to do a talking head video, I can decide to do short film, any of those things I'm doing. It has to work with normal voice. If I'm also working on a video project with someone, I will also get connected to a voiceover artist, people who I work with as voiceover artists. I will get to script what I want and send to them, or they get to script what they want and send to me, and we use it for any video project we're working on. But if it requires me to use a text to speech as an AI generated voice over, then I use that where it is necessary. So let's say we want to convert this text we have here. Today is the 5th day of this class holding. Sorry. I click on my text to speech and it gives me options of knowing what I should work with and what I shouldn't work with, what I want to work with and what I don't want to work with. So it is here. I have this professional.
Today is the 5th day of this class holding.
It reads it out the way I want. But there's a way you can make things flow so good that you don't have to stress yourself. If you really want to make a clean voice over from text to speech, then you're going to use ChatGPT, telling it to observe every commas, telling it to observe every full stop, every apostrophe where it is necessary, and it is going to observe it for you. And when you put it into your voiceover, after generating from ChatGPT a clean one, you come down to your voiceover and you impute that prompt into your voice, into your text to speech. You see that it speaks in a way that you get everything understandable. You are not obstructed, you are not just speaking like want to speak. We have this one. Let's try Jesse.
Today is the 5th day of this class holding.
Let's try Storyteller.
Today is the 5th day of this class holding.
So we can use the new ones, we can use the mail, we can use the character. Any of them we want to use, it's fine. And it just works well. We can use Santa Claus.
Today is the 5th day of this class holding.
That's that. Any of these that can work for us, then we use that to work. With generating, when you see that it is fine for you, tap and it generates.
Today is the 5th day of this class holding.
I don't like these transitions I'm using here. These animations are like, I don't like animations that are.
Today is the 5th day
eyes.
of class holding.
I love animations that are smooth,
Today,
that are not harsh to the eyes. So this is good. This is good. So we've talked about text to speech, animation, intro, still same thing, and outro. Even back to start. And we have this one. You can decide to delete. You can decide to multi-select. Multi-select means different text. You select different text. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. We duplicate. We know how to duplicate, like I explained earlier. We duplicate. When we duplicate, we want to multi-select. We go back to this and this. I want to multi-select. Multi-select. I've selected the boot. So anything I want to apply now, I can apply to that, and it works for me. Remember, we have two texts here, so we can set to edit. Let's edit this one. Okay, so we have this one. I can add my style. Let's just keep this here. Okay. Let's work with this one. So we have this one. We've talked about this. We have basic. Basic is just x-axis. That's position where it is. Y-axis. If you check, it is moving up, down. X-axis, right, left. Want to scale, increase. Want to rotate, use this one. That is that. If you want to add layer is okay. Let me duplicate. We need to duplicate to get this layer. It's all about. I edit, get to edit. So I have this selected all. this. Let's say we're using the there are sometimes some text appears at the top of another. Let's say this is our text. Let's say we're changing the font. Let's also say we are not using any of these effects. We're just using normal style, plain color. What's color? So let's take this for instance. Anyway, stroke. Okay, visible. Let's take this for instance. My stroke is too much. That's not good. Width better. Let's take this for instance. Let's say we're talking about layer and I want this today is the 5th day to appear the first. I'll get to tap on this one. Today is 5th day. Remember, this is the one I tapped. And I'm going to use this button here. When I tap on that button, it sends today the 5th day to the front and sends this November to the back. If I want to bring it again, I'll tap on this button. I'll send today the 5th day to the back and bring this November to the front. So that's how that one works. That's for layer. It's just what we talked about. Layer. We talked about duplicates. Now, this one called lasting text. I'll just give you a brief explanation. If you're watching televisions like news headlines, you see on the downside of your TV, you just see a rolling text. That is this lasting text what it does. That is just what happens there. The text keep rolling. All the headlines are just coming there. That's what happens. We have this one called effects. We know how to use effect. We have this one called tracking. Now this tracking we apply this one when we are starting out the videos, especially when we're talking at you and and it's that. We'll come back to that. And that's cool. We are wrapped up with this one. That's for the text. So I'll just go over to today's lesson. Very good. Okay. Let me start recording. Can you still hear me? Just let me know if you can still hear me, please.
I can still hear you, so
You can still see my screen, right?
yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, thank you. I'll go back again. Let's start for today. Okay, so today we are majorly going to talk about overlay, and this was what we were going to talk about. But my screen is not showing. I just noticed.
I can't hear you, so
Yes, I noticed. I'm going back to share.
and the screen is no more showing. It will be showing now.
You said? Hello, you said?
I said it previously the screen wasn't showing, but it's showing now.
Okay, my voice is very low.
I said previously the screen wasn't showing, but it's showing now.
Okay, it's showing now. Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, let's go back to overlay. We're talking about overlay. Now, overlay is I'll be taking this one. We are done with text. If we'll be needing text and anything else, we'll come back to that. We're done with text. If we need text, we'll come back to that. But for now, we don't need text. We don't need text. I just want to show something. Remember, I talked about in one of our classes, if you can remember, that if you really want your video to appear the way you want it to appear, you have to use aspect ratio. Now, this aspect ratio, we have this original. This original is default. We have this one called original, which is default. We have this one, which is 16:9, the one you use in watching Instagram. Full screen 48 and mostly for TikTok. Then we have this one, sorry, 9:16. We have this one, 16 by. This one is especially used for the landscape and the watch. Just for you to use. We have this one that's for Instagram. That is, you see, let's just see how it appears. How it appears. This one on Instagram, full screen. But this one's according to specification. 2:1 is used by Zoom specification.
So please, I'm lost. Your voice is cracking.
My voice is low.
Your voice is cracking. I'm lost.
Could be network. Sorry. So this one we get to go on this place. I want to expand this. I want what we want to be talking about. Now overlay. Now, I talked about something in the first class we had. I talked about arrows and arrows. I told us that arrow is a major clip, the main clip we have. Then hero can be as not the major clip. You see someone who is sitting down and the person is going into thinking mode, and you see the person going into Nigerian movie remembrance. See some the person is screaming. Now the moment the person is sitting on his bed or her bed is the arrow. Now that moment that person is dreaming. You see the person in the dream running or doing something, that is hero. The arrow is the main clip, while the hero is supporting clip. That is that. We are going to add here, we don't have a clip already. We don't have a clip already. We are going to add clip to this clip. I want us to work with overlay. It is overlay that brought us to this overlay here. It is that brought us to this overlay. So I want to add a clip, possibly let me see if I can get the clip like for if I can okay, let's try this video. I want to use this one. No, it's not the same. Maybe it's in the shot. Not the one that is the video. The one that is so it's
So please, I don't hear anything that you're saying.
you said
I wasn't hearing you.
Okay, sorry. Check your settings if you can high my volume from your end. That does happen sometimes. Just check the settings. You can
Your
increase
voice
the
is audible. It's audible, but like it's breaking, like it's cracking. That's just literally it's audible. But sometimes it will be English in and it will just totally go off.
volume. You see the clip I'm going to use as a clip. You don't see this clip. So let me try to this one will only fit this clip. I'm going to try. Let's see. I'm going to put out this very back. Let's see. This has a value. I don't need this sound, so I'm going to extract sound, take it out, extract it. I can also decide to do it. I don't like it. Extract. So I have this pizza, this pizza, this pizza, 10 seconds.
So your voice is cracking.
So sorry.
I
That could
cannot
be
hear
okay. Just
it. So
just you can't hear me even at this moment.
now it's okay.
Can you still hear me better now?
Yes, it's okay now.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Mm.
So I'll be using this. Let's use this for let's say I want to talk about something since I don't have a voiceover for this one. Let's make use of text to speech. Let's say let's say let's just say please talk to or now if you notice this text is already having the format of what we were working with before. It has that outline and that but that's not what we want. We can set to change that to what we want. I don't want to use that, so I'll just put it up. Text to speech. Text to speech. Let's say hands for hand of fields. Hand of fields. It's it's the wall. It's subsex toward but if each word such if you want to succeed I have to be you have the right of success which is hard work price for success not price for success price for success it is so long here I'll get to adjust I'll enter to make my text look So yeah, okay. And we have this now. What I want here, what I want here is text to speech. I don't really want to use text for this. What I want is text to speech. I have my text to speech. Unless I'm using professional, voice, professional voice.
Hard work pays and its reward is success. If you want to succeed in life, you have to pay the price for success, which is hard work.
Use any voice you want. I just want to use this to describe what happened. So you get to understand. So my voiceover is narrated. My voiceover is
Hard work pays and its reward is success. If you want to succeed in life, you have to pay the price for success, which
when there's something, if I don't want this text to show, if I don't want this text to show, I'm deleting my voice. So that's right.
hard work pays and its reward is success.
That's why it's there. Once it is generated, the text is separated from the voiceover. That is it. So it depends on how I want the text to last.
Work pays and its
If I want to make some separation, I can decide to port to this, take this from it, and it
hard work pays and its reward is success. If you
will that what I need to start with.
hard work pays and its reward is success.
And it pays its reward, its success. So I get to move from there's a good
Hard work pays and its reward is success. If you want to succeed in life, you have to pay the price. For succeed in life, you have to pay the price for success, which is hard work. For success, which is
so why this is going okay. I just want to add another one. Let's add that. Let's see more cards. More card every day. So we go back, we have text here, we have this speech. Remember what we have, this was traditional day. Then on the voice
work hard every day.
it's writing the speech. Once it is done, we delete the text, journey the text, we need the voice paper. So the voice paper is here with us. It's there. So you want to add overlay now. This one I have here now. This one we are seeing already. This one, this clip here, we are seeing already is the A row. That is the main clip. Now I want to add B row to this. I cannot decide to go to overlay. I'll tap overlay. Remember, if you want to add a main clip, you use this button. If you want to add an overlay, use this button. This one. So I'll tap my overlay, add overlay. So I want to create this one. Which of this clip I already see that clip as the next. So still is talking about artwork. Maybe I can see that. Stuff. Let's just use random videos I have to download. Remember I told us if you want to get the videos, you should download. This is the graphic. So let's check the application. to the one that we really seriously doing with this. So
Hard work pays and its reward is success. If you want to succeed in life, you have to pay the price for success, which is hard work.
what happens is we need to add over that is our bureau. Remember, it's called bureau. I'll take this out. And
Hard work pays and its reward is success. Hard work pays and its reward is success.
but I don't like how this one started. Like, I want to start from the speed. I don't like how it's taking a lot of time to start. This voiceover. If I leave that voiceover, there is a bit distinct. If you leave your voiceover under the group, you want to do it. It's going to be perfect.
Hard work pays and its reward is success.
Let's go to the voice. This one I will put this. You will put it over. I do it fast, and I don't want it to be so fast. So I'll tap on the video, and I'll go to speed. Here's the speed. I will do it enough. I will reduce it to 4.0.4.
And its reward is success.
Start. I'll split the next page.
And its
That's
reward.
the entry is very sharp. I don't like it sharp, so I'll add animation. The animation I'll add a soft intro. I always love doing soft, so I'll use
Hard work pays and its reward is
now the animation should be fade out.
success.
Remember, these animations only work according to what you're doing. You can't be working with typography and you are using animations for this kind of. You can't be working talking head videos. Just work with animation that suits what you're doing. That is the best way to work with this.
And its reward is success.
And with the little, we continue. We're still going to add another overlay. Let's say, let us see using this. So I'll split it. I will choose the speed. I want that emotion to be there.
You have to pay the price. If you want to succeed in
I want the emotion to be there. Since I want the emotion to be there, I'm going to increase the speed. So I want to second step. And second step. I'll pick out some of that. I'll talk about this and I'll you know I'll add my additional intro fade.
To succeed,
Sorry, how to fade out intro should fade.
if you
So let's see how that goes.
if you want to succeed in life,
So it should be kind of stronger. I will expand that.
if you want to succeed in life,
Let's go closer. And what I'm going to do is, since I'm working with overlay, I've added to
you have to pay the price for success, which is hard work.
this. So I'm talking about something that has to do with success. That means every video I use, every clip should be about that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to let me go to let me use this library. Don't use let's just say this is talking about success. It depends what success is. We're talking about money, use videos that connect with money. If we're talking about education, use overlays that connect with education. We don't be talking about things to talk about that does not
Pay the
don't be talking about institution or using parents. Talking about institution.
success.
Does not work. Anything you're working with should be in line with the video you're making. Any item video, any object you're using, any clip you're using should be with what you are. I'll add my speed by using it if I'll delete some of this visual splits. Delete. So we have some
Hard work pays and its reward is success. If you want to succeed in life, you have to pay the price for success, which is pay the price for success, which is hard work.
So we've added this, and I want it to really sound good. Then I'll go to my audio. I'll add audio. I'll add a soft piano sound. Soft piano. Starting one. Any other piece. Search for you. And this is the audio that works best. This soft version. It's too long.
For success, which is hard work.
It's longer. It's 2 weeks. Then I come back, reduce the full so it doesn't affect.
Hard work pays and its reward is success. If you want to succeed in life, you have to pay the price for success, which is hard work. Work hard every day.
No, I still want to make this better. I can add those who can't hear. I can add action. full caption will help pass the message to those who can hear and those who can't hear. That's what it does. So I'll go back and choose one that's really good. Let's see. Using this. So we go to generate since we've chosen the one that works well with us. We wait till it completes generating the caption. Now the caption is basically have to type. I can move it up, take it down to where it is visible. So this is where it is visible. I'll expand that. Set follow to whatsoever. So let's start this first.
Hard work pays and its reward is success.
This is not good. Reduce. Now when you reduce one, it affects the rest of them. When you do, you can place, we're talking about here to place our captions in our next class, but for now let's just work with this. It is important to
Hard work pays and its reward is success. If you want to succeed in life, you have to pay the price.
okay, it's affecting this max. Our view of this max, and so let's just say we try some.
Success. If you want to succeed, hard work pays and its reward
Let's keep something.
reward is success. If you want to succeed in life, you have to pay the price for success, which is hard work. Work hard every day.
So you see that everything we've been learning, they are coming together as a piece. That is to say, if we hadn't taken those first ones we took, then getting to this place would have been like something that is not possible because we have taken time to go through those classes from the first one to this very one. That is why we're able to get something like this, and it is understandable. So working with overlay, it means everything we're just having here, we put them together, the text, our audio. Okay, let's go and enhance the audio. Sorry, let's enhance the audio. We already splitted them already. Let's enhance. You go here, enhance voice. When it enhances your voice looks clean and there is no obstruction.
Hard work pays and its reward is
You
success.
go back here, you release noise.
Hard
Remember, we
work
talked
pays
about
and
these
its
things
reward
from the
is
very
success.
beginning. So if you get to know these things, you go through those classes we took, you understand that these things are really connecting to one another. You can apply any of these things, the one you want to apply, the way you want to apply them. Should we apply sound effects? No, not now. This is just a clean video. You can post this on your YouTube. You can post this on your TikTok. You can post this on any of the platforms, depending on what you want to talk about. If you want to talk about products, like the kind of things you do, if you're into one business or into one skill or the other, you just make a video around that and find clips that resonate with what you're talking about. If you're someone who does video editing, for instance, you go to Pixabay and search for videos of people who are working on videos as well. But if you want to go to Pixabay, you can just go to, if you're working on videos of people who are video editors, possibly for a video editor or a graphic designer, you find videos connected to such persons. And if you want to use such video, you can just go to your overlay. When you go to your overlay, you come to this place, library. If you don't want to go to, sorry, if you don't want to go to Pixabay, you come to this place, library. You tap on that, and you find similar videos uploaded by CapCut already that you can use. But if these videos are not resonating with you, they're not what you really want for the project you want to work on, then you can head to Chrome and search for Pixabay. Go to Pixabay and you get your clip. Good one. I showed us how to go to Pixabay and get clips, sounds, and sound effects, all those stuff. And we're using them when fully commit ourselves to these videos we have been learning for some times now. So this is the end of the class for today. It wouldn't have taken much time as it has taken, but because I wanted us to review the last class, which was about text, which I didn't really get the visual when I thought I did have the visual, but I didn't have it. So this one is covering up for that one, and I will upload it again so we can go through that, and also upload this one so we can go through. So this is just it working with overlay, and it gets more interesting as we go. So if it is to be that we've already worked on this video and we have this video at hand now, I want to have it to send to our platforms, we get to export. We hit the button here to export. Before you export, you check your AI settings here. This settings helps you to have a good clean video. If you want to export your video, make sure you toggle on this Ultra HD. It makes your video clearer and smoother with AI enhancement and frame interpolation. It helps you. If you check on that, you can see, check the example, you can see what is happening here. This clip that is showing. So when you turn on, that is what happens. Resolution, I told us, if you don't have a bigger screen or a bigger phone, like you don't have enough storage, go with 101, go with 1080p. But if you have a good storage and a better gadget, then you can go for 2K/4K resolution. Time frame, the highest time frame you should use is 30 frame per second, while the best you should use is 20 frame per second. This one, 30 frame, is faster. So when we work with optical flow, that is how it works. So set up these things and don't turn on watermark. But if you're using the mode APK I sent to us, you can still do the same thing. But if you're using a page CapCut, then it is also easier for you to use. All these things are simple and easy to use. And we also have this one. If you're done with everything, you show that everything you've done is as supposed, what you do is you export, and I tap on the export button and I'll wait for that to render. Wait for it to render. And before that, I just noticed something happened. So I'll get to go back. I would quit exporting. What really happened? I didn't add a thumbnail. So this is my thumbnail. I didn't add my thumbnail. This is my thumbnail here. That is the cover. So I have to add a cover that appears when I want to post. When you see people posting, there is always this that appears in front of their videos. It is called a thumbnail or a cover. It attracts you to watch their videos. So they find a specific place that they see that interests people. If it is this place people would see that interests them, they will just add this place, and let's say, no, I want to show myself, not someone else. So they'll just get to put it on. Just get to put it on and it works for them. Works for them. I will use this one preferably. I'll use this one and I will save. So then I can now export. Let's see how it looks. Export will take time because the video isn't that so much. And if it was a video that has much storage issue, then it will take time. But since it is just a simple video, it's not taking time to do that. Our video is ready. So I can go to my gallery. I can go to my gallery. Let's go to gallery. I can go to my gallery. And I have the video here.
And its reward is success. If you want to succeed in life, you have to pay the price for success, which is hard work. Work hard every day.
You see? So it is now here for me. Once it is here, I would come down here. It is important to rename. Please rename after exporting. I would come down here, go to detail, and rename my video. I would go to edit, and when I tap on edit, I'll tap on the name that it is the default name CapCut gave it, and I'll just give it a name. Let's say reward of hard work. Reward of hard work. Reward for hard work, rather, not of. Reward for hard work. So we have this one, and it is okay now. So what happens is my video is ready. I've exported, I've edited, I've added B-roll, and I've added what I really see as important as it should be that needs to be added. So this is just all about today's class, and I believe we all got value. And this will be our assignment, simple and easy. Get to make short videos. It should just be a video of 1 to 2 minutes, not more than 2 minutes. Make that video, and when you make that video, just talk about anything you want to talk about. Any clip you want to use, any random clip you want to use, it could be yours, it could be the ones you downloaded. Just do that, and when you do that, add your A-roll, add your B-roll, add your sound, add your caption, add your text to speech, that is your voice over, add animation, be creative the way you want it to be, then send it to the resource topic. I'll review that as we go along. Thank you for staying true, and I hope this helps you on the long run.